Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I am going to show you how to extend LVM in Linux step by step without reboot and downtime. This is one of the most important skills for system administrator and DevOps engineer. Why we need to extend the LVM partition? We need to extend when our Linux server storage becomes full. In production environment, partition likes home, where, OPT, data, application logs, or database may run out of space. Instead of recreating partitions or reinstalling the system, we can simply extend the logical volume and increase the disk size online without reboot and without downtime. So, LV extend is required to increase storage capacity dynamically and keep system running smoothly. So my friend, why we required LV extend command in Linux server? Because suppose any one of our file system goes about 90% or may run out of the space, means running out of the space, that time we have to increase that file system or that directory size, means that directory size we have to increase. For that, in LVM there is one option, LV extend. With the help of LV extend command, we can increase our existing file system disk space, and we don't need to recreate partition and reinstall the system because of running out of the space. So in real world scenario, you have faced one kind of that space issue in your Linux server. Imagine you are managing a Linux production server where applications, logs, or database files are stored on var or slash opt or your slash data file system. User upload files, application generate logs, and suddenly the application becomes full. So after that you get one alert message like no space left on device. After that you face the issues application stop working or services crash or system performance becomes slow. Because of running out of the disk space, you can face any kind of issues into the Linux server. And the more important part is, after facing this issue, you cannot reboot the server because it is alive. You cannot recreate partition because it caused downtime. and a risk. So for that, what we do, so instead of rebuilding storage, we are simply attach a new disk. That disk we use to extend that VG, LV and resize the file system using LV extend command. So before watching my LV extend video, first you have to learn how to create a LVM into the Linux server. For that, you have to watch my previous LVM creation video and get more understand how LVM works into the production environment. After watching that video, then you have to learn how to extend the LVM, because without creating LVM, you cannot extend the LVM partition size, and you have to get more detail about the LVM, how LVM works into the Linux servers. Once you watch my LVM creation video, then you go forward to watch the LV extend video. After adding a new hard disk and extend VG and LV, this activity we do in few minutes. Storage increase, no downtime, no reboot, system runs smoothly. So these are the features of LV extend. That's why LV extend is extremely important for every Linux system engineers and DevOps engineers. So let's start to do the activity. First, we check our LVM partition with df-th command. Last video, we create LVM partition that is mounted on slash data. Now, what we do here, we add some data inside that slash data directory. You can see what kind of data present inside. See, I have copied multiple ISO image inside the data directory, and after copying that, you can see my slash data directory use 95 percentage, means we allocated 60 GB to slash data directory, and now it has been used 57 GB and only 3.1 GB space is available inside that directory. Now we haven't copied any kind of ISO image inside that data directory. To resolve this issue, we have to extend that disk size. For that, we need to add new hard disk into the Linux server and after that we have to extend our LVM partition. So we check any hard disk is available or not. With the help of lsblk command, we can check. In last video, we add SDB, SDC and SDD. Don't forget to watch my previous video because that LVM extend tutorial based on the LVM creation video. So first must watch my LVM creation video and then you go forward to do the practical of LV extend command. Those people watching my previous video, that people get an idea how to add new hard disks into the Linux server. So presently here we can see that only 3 hard disks attached in my Linux system. Now I am going to power off my virtual machine. See, my virtual machine is power off. See, my virtual machine is power off. I am edit that setting and add one more hard disk for 20 GB. Select a disk type SCSI, click next. Select a disk, create a new virtual disk. How many GB you want? I want 20 GB. Specify disk file, so I can select by default and finish. Once you finish, you can see new HDD are present into the configuration. Then click OK and I am power on my virtual machines. If you are work as a Linux administrator, so you don't need to power off that virtual machines because in big production environment, the storage team are separate. You have to raise a ticket to add a new hard disk for LVM purpose and they will resolve your ticket and revert back to your email, and once they add it successfully, after that you need to perform your LV extend step. Here I restart the session. It is highly recommended when you extend your LVM, so don't forget to power off your system when you perform your activity into the local environment. But if you are doing this activity into the production environment, so do not power off your VM or your virtual machine because it is impact to your application. Before doing power off, take a approval to your manager or to your senior because it is trouble for you when you do the power of that virtual machine. Come to our virtual machine. After successfully adding the new hard disks, we have to check that hard disks coming into our Linux server with the help of lsblk command. See, new hard disk is present inside the Linux system that is for 20 GB. Now we have to perform the activity to extend our slash data directory because it use more than 90% and you cannot add more than 3 GB data inside our slash data directory. After check hard disk is present or not, then we check how many PVs are available with the help of PVS command. You can see that there are two PVs present here, SDA3 and then SDB, SDC and SDD. How many VGs are available? There are two VGs are available, CS and VG-data. That VG information you can also see in PVS command. Your PV's name is slash data SDA3 and your VG's name is CS. And in previous video, we have to create PV for 3 disks and give one VG name that is VG-data. And you can also see that name into the VGS command. After that, we can check how many LVs are present with LVS command. See, there are one LV present into the LVS command. What is the size of that LV? That LV size is 59.99 GB means almost 60 GB. You can also see that same size present into the VGS command. In previous video, we used total 60 GB for our slash data directory. You can also see that hard disk size into that df-th command. After gathering all this information, then we need to extend our data directory with the help of lv extend command. These three commands are more important and most use Linux administrator to gather all these details. Without this command, you cannot find how many physical hard disks are present, how many VGs are present, and how many LVs are present. After gathering all this information, we create a physical volume for that new hard disk. What is our command to create physical volume? Sorry. After adding a new hard disk, first we need to format that disk with the help of fdisk command. Fdisk slash dev slash sde. After press the enter, then type n for new partition, then p for primary, select default as a p, partition number default 1 to 4, that is 1. Also we set default sector, also set last sector as a default. After that we type t. Why? Because that hard disk belongs to that LVM partition. So we have to check with L command what type of partition we want. We want Linux LVM partition, that is 8E. So here I select 8E. 8E belongs to Linux LVM. Enter. Then you can press P for print. You can see our device is successfully formatted. Device name is /dev SDE1. Then disk size is 20 GB. What is the ID of that disk? 8E means that is type of LVM Linux. After that, type a W to write that information into the partition table. After format that disk, we have to add this disk into the physical value. With the help of pv create, we can add /dev SDE one hard disk into the physical value. You can see after create physical value, you can see the our physical value is successfully created. Then we have to add that physical value into the VG group. For that, we have to use VG extend command. VG extend. What is our VG name? VG hyphen data. And what is our PV name? /dev SDE1. See, the more important part is when we add a new hard disk to increase the disk size of that directory, we need to use VG extend and LV extend command. Most of the people forget to extend that LVM partition. Why? Because that people knows how to create the LVM, but how to extend that LVM disk size or that directory disk size, they don't know. Why? Because lack of knowledge, or they not understand the flow of LVM, how LVM works into the Linux server. After creating the physical volume for slash dev SDE1, then we have to extend our VG for that physical volume. For that, we use VG extend space VG hyphen data, that is our VG name. We can see in our previous command, and our physical volume name, that is slash dev SDE1. See, after successfully adding our new hard disk into the VG data, you can see previous command. In previous command shows us slash dev slash SDE1 added into the VG data, means that VG group, and you can see the physical size of that disk is 20 GB and that free size is 20 GB, means till we have not allocated that 20 GB space to LV extend, means that our slash data directory. After adding the VG, we have to perform the LV extend command to increase our disk size to store our logs or our files into the slash data directory. Now, here we use 100% disk to increase our disk size. We use lv extend command, lv extend hyphen l space plus 100% free. What is our path is slash dev vg data slash lv data. We have to increase the disk space. See, when we use lv extend hyphen l space plus 100% free slash dev slash vg data and lv data name, you can see logical volume vg data lv data successfully resized. We check if it is really successfully resized or not. We use pvs command. See, in earlier our pvs command shows the free size is 20 GB for SDE1 new disk. Now that free size is allocated to that LV extend partition. Now you can see the previous command, there is no free space for SDE hard disk. Also you can check VGS command. See, in VGS command previously it shows us 59.99 GB, means almost 60 GB VG size. Now here we can see 80 GB. Our VG size is 80 GB. And how many PVs we take? There are 4 PVs we take for doing 80 GB size. And how many LVs? There are only one LV. In in one LV, we took 4 hard disks, physical hard disks to create 80 GB disk size. That is a simple answer. After that, we check that df-th command, our size is increased or not. Our size is not increases. Why? Because we forget to update the file system to increase that disk space. To update the file system, there is a command xfs to grow fs and your mount point, that is /data. Why we use xfs to grow fs? Because our file system size is xfs. We are not using ext4 file system. To update the partition table, we use xfs to grow fs and our mount point name, that is /data. See, after enter this command, we can see data block change, that message we have shows. And then again we check df-th command. Yes, we check that what are the available space. We can see, we see here 23 GB available space. And what are the total size of my hard disks? My total size of hard disks is 80 GB. So we can see that lively how we can extend our LVM partition with /data directory. That's it. This is how we extend LVM in Linux easily and safely. If you found this video helpful, like this video, subscribe to my channel and comment which topic you want next. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Happy learning.